So OpenCode is already a capable tool. It runs in your terminal, connects to any LLM provider you want, has a plan mode, a build mode, undo and redo support, and it handles real code bases without much setup. But the default install is just the base. There's a free open source repository that plugs directly into OpenCode and gives it over 1,300 expert level skill files, covering everything from architecture planning and React patterns to API security auditing and infrastructure setup. That's what this video is about. We're going to install it, configure it for OpenCode specifically, and build something with it so you can see the actual difference it makes. The repository is called Antigravity Awesome Skills, and right now it's sitting at version 9.1a with over 28,000 GitHub stars and more than 4,000 forks. The name says anti-gravity, but it works natively with OpenCode, Claude Code, Gemini CLI, Codex CLI, Cursor, Kiro, 8AL CLI, and GitHub Copilot. This video focuses specifically on the OpenCode setup, so that's where we're going to spend our time. So actually, when you prompt OpenCode to build or plan something without any additional context, the agent uses its general knowledge to figure out what to do. That works fine for simple stuff. But for anything with real structure, proper component architecture, security-aware APIs, test-driven workflows, the output tends to be generic. Skills close that gap. Each skill is a skill.md file that gives OpenCode structured instructions for a specific domain. The agent loads a skill on demand when you reference it, follows its instructions for that task, and the quality of the output reflects the expertise baked into that file. And because OpenCode uses a native skill tool under the hood, it only loads what you actually ask for. No wasted context. So let's install this. OpenCode looks for skill files in a few different locations. The path you want for the Antigravity Awesome Skills repo is .agents/skills at the project level. This is the npx command, which we have to run with pathflag. In pathflag, we can define the exact path where OpenCode looks for skills. If you are using any other tools, this can change according to that tool. So run that from the root of your project, and it drops all the skills into that folder. If you want a global install so the skills are available across all your projects without copying them each time, you can point it to the global agents path. OpenCode will discover skills from both the project level folder and the global folder automatically, so you can mix and match. If you also have a .opencode/skills folder set up, OpenCode checks that too. It walks up from your current working directory to the Git root and loads anything it finds in those paths. After the install, verify it worked by opening OpenCode and type /skills. This will show you all the available skills if installed correctly. If you see these skills, then it verifies that we got all the skills. After this, in your project directory, we can run /init if you haven't already. That command analyzes your project and creates an agents.md file, which helps OpenCode understand your codebase structure and coding patterns from the start. You should commit that file to Git. So you're set now. One thing to know about how OpenCode handles skills internally: it lists all available skills in its native skill tool description. Each skill shows up with its name and a short description so the agent knows what's available before you even ask. When you reference a skill in your prompt, OpenCode calls that tool, loads the full skill.md content, and applies it to your request. This is different from dumping everything into context up front. The agent makes a deliberate choice to load a skill when it's relevant. Now let me talk through what's actually in here because the skill count alone doesn't tell you much. The architecture category has skills for system design, C4 diagrams, architecture decision records, and scalable component patterns. If you're starting a project from scratch or making a significant structural decision, this is where to begin. The business category has copywriting, pricing strategy, and SEO audits, more relevant if you're building a product and not just writing code for someone else. Data and AI has skills for RAG pipelines, LLM app design, agent orchestration, and prompt engineering, which is useful if OpenCode is part of a stack you're building AI products on top of. Development covers language and framework expertise, TypeScript, Python, React patterns, and more. General has your planning and documentation skills like brainstorming and doc co-authoring. Infrastructure handles Docker, AWS serverless, Vercel deployments, and CI/CD pipeline setup. Security is a strong category. API security, SQL injection testing, vulnerability scanning, compliance checks, and hack tricks. Testing covers TDD workflows, test design, and QA automation. Workflow covers orchestration tools like ingest and trigger.dev for async jobs and background processing. The repo also classifies each skill by trust level. Official skills come directly from Anthropic, Google, Vercel, Microsoft, Supabase, and other vendors. Safe skills are community-built and non-destructive. You can check the catalog before running anything you're unsure about. There are also bundles, which are curated skill lists grouped by role. WebWizard covers React, Tailwind, and front-end design. HackerPack, penetration testing, and vulnerability scanning. Product Pack covers planning, SEO, and strategy. Essentials covers clean code, planning, and validation, the basics that apply to almost any project. You install everything once and use the bundle as a reading list to figure out which 5 or 6 skills are most relevant to what you're working on right now. All right, so let me actually demonstrate this inside OpenCode. I'm going to build a project dashboard using 3 skills in sequence. I'll use brainstorming, then front-end design, then React patterns. This is a realistic workflow, not a toy example. I open OpenCode in my project directory and hit Tab to switch to plan mode first. That's a key habit with OpenCode. You want to review the plan before building anything, especially on a new feature. Then I prompt, use brainstorming to plan a project management dashboard. I want a sidebar with navigation, a stats overview section with metric cards, a task list with filter controls, and a recent activity feed. Stack is React with TypeScript and Tailwind. The brainstorming skill doesn't just start writing components, it asks clarifying questions first. It wants to know if this is a standalone page or part of a larger app, whether data is mocked or wired to a real API, and whether mobile responsiveness is required. I answer each one. Then it produces a planning document with a component hierarchy, state management approach, folder structure, naming conventions, and which external libraries to reach for. This is the kind of document that normally takes a developer 30 to 45 minutes to put together before writing a line of code. Now I hit Tab again to switch back to build mode, and follow up. Use front-end design and React patterns to build this dashboard based on the plan we just made. After I clicked send, it started working out systematically step by step. After some time, it finished working. What comes out is properly structured. There's a sidebar component with typed navigation props. There are individual stat card components with separate props for the label, value, and trend direction. The task list has filter state managed correctly at the right level in the component tree. The activity feed is its own isolated component. Everything is typed with TypeScript. No logic is crammed into a single file. The folder structure matches what the brainstorming document outlined. That's the actual value. OpenCode on its own would give you a working dashboard. OpenCode with these skills gives you a dashboard that a senior developer would not need to refactor before shipping. The difference is not the model, it's the instructions the model is following. After the front end is working, I run one more skill, API security best practices on the backend endpoints I plan to connect this to. Even before connecting anything, this skill scans what I've told it about the API shape and flags things like missing input sanitization, unguarded routes, and token handling issues. It generates a short report. This is the kind of review that would normally happen in a code review cycle, but it happens before the code even exists in production. One more thing worth mentioning, Skill Creator. This is a skill that helps you build your own custom skills from scratch inside OpenCode. If your team has internal conventions, a specific database naming pattern you always follow, or a deployment process that the model doesn't know about, you can use Skill Creator to turn that into a proper skill.md file. It walks you through the structure, tells you what to include, and produces a file you can drop into your skills folder and reference exactly like any built-in skill. Over time, as you add more of these, OpenCode gets increasingly familiar with the specific way your team works, and the output gets more consistent. So the Getting Started guide is at gettingstarted.md in the repo. The usage guide with prompt examples for OpenCode specifically is at usage.md. If you're on Windows and hit a truncation issue, there's a Windows truncation recovery guide in the docs folder. The whole repo is MIT licensed, actively maintained, and every skill file is readable, so you know exactly what you're running before you run it. Alright, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.